Jermod, how would you kind of describe the first few months coming to Tennessee from, being from Texas, going to Oregon State, coming out of Tennessee? What's it been like the first few months?
I think Texas compared to Tennessee, I think they're pretty similar. Like being out here just really reminds me of home a lot. And then, coming from Oregon State, it wasn't that much out there because, it's a smaller city. But, I enjoyed my time out there. But being here in Tennessee has been pretty good.
The first time around, you didn't get a lot of Power 5 offers. When you go into the transfer portal, it seems like every school wants you. What was that like the second time around being wanted by all these schools?
It was definitely a blessing, getting to go through all that. But at the same time, it was very stressful, having to answer a bunch of phone calls and trying to get back to all the coaches and stuff. But, it was a blessing for sure. It felt very good.
Do you think you were good enough to be at an SEC school the first time around? And do you think coaches just missed on you the first time around?
Yeah, I definitely think that. I had ended up going to Oregon State because it was the biggest school that I had at the time, but I definitely felt like I should have been in the SEC.
Were you more of a wide receiver coming out of high school or a DB?
Yeah, I played wide receiver.
When you're coming out of high school and you're playing receiver, a lot of kids are hesitant to make that flip, because they fancy themselves as, a wide receiver and only. When they decided to move you, just kind of take me through that. What were you thinking? And it sounds like you made the move, pretty openly. It wasn't that big of a deal to you.
Yeah, so I kind of had the option to play receiver coming out of high school, but I just chose to play DB because my family and everyone was just telling me it's probably my ticket to get to where I want to be. It's probably just the best choice for me to play DB. So I ended up making a flip at Oregon State to DB.
What would you say, or sorry, not what would you say, what was some of the biggest aspects of your game that Coach Martinez as well as Heupel kind of said that they liked about your game and could really fit in here in the Tennessee secondary?
The thing that they liked the most about me was my ball skills, just going to get the ball and just making plays. That was really the main thing that they preached to me when I came up here that they liked about me.
What was the biggest adjustment you had to make, or what was the hardest thing about flipping from wide receiver to, a defensive position?
Definitely, I feel like playing defense is more technical and you got to be a lot more locked in and, just pay attention more to little things and looking at the things that the offense is doing and just making adjustments off of that. And it's just a lot of because we're reacting to them. So at receiver, you just get to make a move on them. But at DB, you got to be locked in and just react off of them with good technique and things like that.
On the flip side of that, how did playing wide receiver for so many years help you in the transition playing cornerback?
I think it definitely helped me learn wide receiver tendencies. Just keying things like that, and that just helps me make plays knowing what's finna come.
Jermod, had you played any DB at all before you got to college, or?
My senior year of high school, they threw me in there a few games because we really needed it, and I did pretty good at it, so that's why I felt me switching to DB, it wouldn't be terrible. So,
when you were playing defense, did you think, hey, I could play this in college, or is that when your family and people around you were saying that was kind of your ticket?
Yeah, I definitely felt like that.
And you obviously yes, you had a lot of options out of the portal. What separated Tennessee and what made you want to be here?
Definitely the coaches. They just made me feel like it was home, and they told me what they wanted me to come in here and be a pro, practice like a pro, come in here, be a leader, and I really liked just everything that they were telling me, and it just felt like home.
Last question, Casey.
Boo Carter is also a guy who played a lot of different positions in high school, really standing out on the offensive side, as did yourself. Have you guys talked about it all, locking in on that defensive side once you got to college at all, kind of the similarities or any conversations about that?
Yeah, we've definitely talked about it. We both are return, so we still get the ball in our hands a little bit. So that's something we've talked about. But me and Boo, we talk about to each other all the time how he said he'll cook me or I'll be I'll cook him. But it's just stuff like that. Yeah.